In this video, you will learn to describe the NTFS and FAT file systems used by Windows.
Okay, so let's talk about the different file systems that are prevalent within Windows. A file system is what enables applications to store and receive files on storage devices. When we're talking about storage devices in Windows, we're mostly talking about a hard drive. So what's installed in your computer, it could be a spinning platter, which is a mechanical device, or it could be a SSD, a solid state drive, which is a non-mechanical device that stores that data. Files are placed in what we call a hierarchical structure. So you may have folders within folders within folders. And the file system will specify naming conventions for files and the format for specifying the path to a file in that hierarchical or tree structure. Just for definition's sake, a file is a unit of data in the file system that a user can access or manage. So a picture file is one file. It might be a JPEG or it might be a PNG file, but that's what we consider is a file. And every file has to have a unique name in its own directory. What you'll notice is if you copy a file within a directory and paste it in the same directory, it will put a number behind that file name just to show that it's the same file, just a different copy of it. And a directory, and you may be used to having it be called a folder within Windows, is a hierarchical collection of directories and files. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go on. So there are really a couple different types of file systems that are used within Windows. NTFS, or New Technology File System, is the one that is most prevalent today on operating systems like Windows 10, Server 2012, and 2016. NTFS is what most of your drives will be formatted as. NTFS has been around since 1993, and as I said, it's really the most common file system for Windows. Both end user systems as well as servers that are running Windows will run the NTFS file system. There's also another kind of operating system that was really previous to NTFS, which is called File Allocation Table, or FAT. It's a more simple file system that's been really used since the 80s. And you may see different numbers associated with that FAT operating system, or excuse me, that FAT file system. And those numbers that precede the FAT or file allocation terminology refer to the number of bits used to enumerate a file system block, so FAT16 or FAT32. Mostly where you will see file allocation table file system is on removable drives. So if you have a USB drive or even a CD drive that's writable, it would typically be formatted as a FAT32 file system. And FAT32 can be used for devices that are less than 32 gigabytes in capacity. As we saw, hard drives get bigger than that. We needed a new type of file system, and that's where the NTFS came in. And now FAT is mostly used for smaller drives and smaller removable storage devices.